Good day, everybody. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to go down the rabbit hole and show you guys how I installed the Winters shifter in my 2003 Jeep TJ with a 4L60 transmission. There's many ways that you can do this job, and if you're confused, hopefully by watching this video, you'll be able to get an idea and decide what you're going to do for yourself. The first thing, of course, is am I going to use what the shifter came with and modify my factory console, or am I going to try to fit it inside and try to come up with something that's going to work and just kind of placing it in there, kind of getting an idea and where I think it might possibly be best suited. So I decided I was going to install it into the factory console, which means I'm going to have to make a few modifications, have to cut it up, die grind it, to make everything fit as it should. Die grinder and plastic works awesome. Cutting out a template right here. I need this template so my shifter can fit flush with the factory hole. And just kind of fitting it up. But now I need an idea on how the shifter is going to clamp inside. So I took some metal and I bent it. And it's going to be screwed into the side with some riv nuts holding it together, bolted it down, and then I just kind of test fitted it. I knew it was going to be close. It'll still work and still shift, so I'm pretty happy with that. And then, of course, I had to powder coat the parts, and now we're going to get ready to do the install. In order to make it fit properly, I had to remove the shifter from the factory bracket there and cut out the bottom part, and then I just recreated a box piece to fill in the hole because the shifter has to sit down a little bit more, not deeper, but longer. So there it is, put back into place. And that cable's pretty much useless now, but for the time being, I just reconnected it so it sits there. So this was my first mistake. I 3D printed a bulkhead that I was going to run my cable through the frame. I was laying it out where the best spot was going to be, but in the end, I had to have it closer and had to go pretty much straight down. So that was kind of a fail. Now the shifter's bolted in. I got the cable bolted down. And for this part right here, I put some nut certs in the floor and then bolted them right through. So that adds extra to the shifter to keep it solid. So this part I sped up really quick. Removed the two bolts from the oil pan. Put the bracket in place. And then you got your special clamps for the cable end. Install that. Tighten it down. Remove the old shifter linkage there. You don't need that one. The kit comes with a new one. Put the new one on. Tighten her down. And then, of course, I went to tighten it. I held it while I tightened it so you don't damage the shifter part. And then thread in this piece. I actually installed it the way the instructions said. And then I changed it to a different way shortly after this. So moving forward, what I had to do is get this cable away from the drive shaft. So I bent this bracket, move it away. Now, of course, I'm also going to have an issue here, but when the time comes, I'll have to get another one and then slide this over as well. So I just made a quick change here. I flipped this to the inside so it's more straight, because before it bent out and that kind of sucks it in a little bit. So now I'm going to make sure that shifts properly still. Alright, before I end this video, everybody's got to figure out their own way on how they're going to have their shifter installed, how they're going to run their cable. As you guys seen, I had an idea. I thought it was going to work. In the end, it didn't work. I spent a lot of time and effort on something that failed, where I should have just kept it simple. 5/8 hole through the floor. And of course I had to off shift the cable away from the drive shaft, and of course once I get the front drive shaft in too, I'll have to modify something there as well. That's something obviously you're going to have to keep in mind when you're doing this type of projects, because you don't want that cable to rub, you don't want it to catch on anything that is rotating or could possibly burn off of. So like I said, you guys are going to have to find your own way, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, I want to thank you guys for watching.